Just want you to keep loving me, loving me. What up, y'all? Rap Talk Motivation. Y'all got to excuse me. I've been listening to this Ralph Tresvant song called, not gonna say all day, but you know how sometimes, first of all, let me welcome you all to Poetry and Conversations. Although we be all over the place, we do it whenever we do it, but definitely Tuesdays and Thursdays around 6 o'clock. I know I'm a little bit late today, but I had a couple things, to take care of. Your boy got business on the floor, no matter how big or small. But we on Rap Talk Motivation. I thank you for tuning in. Ghetto poetry, motivational speech. And the theme today is happiness costs nothing. Now let me get back to my song. Money can't buy you love, can't buy you happiness. True love can bring. Man, I don't know what it was today, but I just had that song in my head. Like, I don't know if y'all remember that song. I know most of my audience be pretty much 30 plus. And for y'all new edition Rap Tresvant, well, let me say Rap Tresvant heads, because a lot of people don't know that song. Some people know it. It was off the Mo Money soundtrack. And of course that movie was did that movie do pretty good? I don't know, but definitely the Wayans, the Wayans brothers been around for a long time. Just the Wayans, period, since the Living Color, all that. Bear with me, I'm gonna get into my subject and talking. I'm basically already in it. But that movie, Mo Money, that soundtrack was kind of low key. It had a couple little hits on that soundtrack though, low key. And one song on there was a song called Money Can't Buy You Love by Ralph Tresvant. Ralph Tresvant, I ain't gonna say he got the short end of the stick, but he definitely was one of the coldest ones. I mean, in my opinion, out of New Edition, but about Bobby Brown going solo first and, getting with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis at their peak. Man, that all the time it was just lined up for Bobby. And it was the whole bad boy era. I mean, everything. Man, it was so much on that. But it's just the fun, man. Man, can we just get to the fun? I just don't want to be too serious on this episode. I mean, because I'm really a silly guy, and it's a time to be serious. It's a time to be, it's a time for everything. And I know I got, different new subscribers, and the identity of this channel sometimes, I ain't gonna say it can be confusing, but you might catch different language up out of me, or you might catch a little cuss word here and there, but the motivation's still there. You might realize I've been sipping a little bit, having fun, or the B word might fly a little bit here and there. I mean, I ain't here to make no excuses about the shit, but I just want to let it be known, I'm going to just be me. And the more I'm doing this shit, the more I'm really just falling to my character more and more. So, so just have fun and just bear with it. And then I was just thinking, like, how you can just be doing something and you can just be happy about it. And how happiness don't cost a thing if you really just following your dream and doing your passion. I mean, just think back to the days when we were just young and having fun and riding your bike or playing tag, playing double dutch, females playing double dutch in the street, getting wet with the water hose, free lunches, all that shit. I mean, I'm talking about just having fun as a youngin'. I mean, all those simplest things that you was doing, they didn't cost you nothing. I mean, you was able to just make a whole fun day just by going outside and talking to your immediate circle or neighbors down the street. Just the whole energy of just going outside and just messing around. I actually got a poem about that I'm gonna get into a piece I wrote called 80s Baby. It kind of sums that up for y'all people that fall in that age bracket. But yeah, I just had that Rap Tresvant song in my head for some reason today. I had to play it. Of course, I can't play it on here because I don't want my no copyright strikes or nothing. I'm on the way up. I don't need those. But that money Can't buy you love. Can't buy you happiness. they say, I mean, you got to pay for something, but they say money can't buy you love. Shit. What year was this song written in? Ain't no telling what money can do nowadays. Money can. Now we revert to Lauren Hill. What she say? It's funny how money can change the situation. How we go from that? Damn, that's a nice little gap right there, low key. I ain't gonna expand on that too much though, but that's a nice little gap. Cause I think Money Can't Buy You Love came out in about early, yeah, that was early 90s. That Mo Money soundtrack. Then Lauren came about 95, 96. It's funny how money changed the situation. But yeah, though, I just want to just come in and just talk about how happiness costs nothing. It really don't. Like when you dwelling in your purpose and dwelling in your just good times and your good energy, if you think about it, if you really just revert back to the essence of shit and you simplify life and the things that really may mean something to you, it really it's really pure. It's really not even just that difficult as we make it. I mean, besides the day-to-day life struggles and things, if you ain't going through nothing financially, and how can I say? Well, I can't say that because everybody dip off and drift off and go through things. But like I said, reverting back to the simplest form of trying to find happiness, it really costs you nothing. It really don't. I mean, like this summer, I shared something with y'all, and it was just something I just did just on the brinks, like around my birthday time, which is in June. I told myself I wanted to buy myself something. I mean, I usually always try to do it, at least for the last couple of years when I can, because I don't really take trips and dip off and go crazy like that. I mean, I don't just excite for travel like that. I mean, I will, but it's not on my agenda list just to say that I did it. If I can't do it right and go big, so to say. But that's a whole nother story though. But anyway, for the last couple of years, I just been buying myself some. So this year, I brought a bike. You know, not a motorcycle, but an actual bicycle. Although it's electric, it's a cruiser or whatever. It's a little fancied up. It's not your average, but it was just something I just wanted to do because I'm like, let me spend something on myself. But just the freedom of that shit. I mean, you would think like a grown man just on the bike. I mean, I know a lot of people do it, and a lot of people do ride bikes, and it's actually a culture. And especially when you do it, because once you get a bike or you start to notice more other people with bikes, it's kind of like once you do something, you start to notice other people that's doing what you like into it doing. When you pick up hobbies, I mean, whatever it is, I mean, no matter what it is, once you enter something, you start paying attention to it more. So that's kind of like what I did with bikes this summer. Like I said, I brought me a bike, and just the freedom on a bike, just I'm talking about just riding a bicycle through downtown. And I'm from Detroit, I'm from the Midwest. I mean, the weather changing now, but just imagine just finding freedom of riding a bike and looking at people, looking at scenery, seeing the smiles on people's faces. It's kind of like revert you back to your childhood. And that's what made me think of a title like something like this. Like happiness really don't cost nothing. I mean, like if you can truly find it. And I'm not just saying that the bike just made my whole world turn upside down, but it was just moments that I was able to just do it just for relaxation. I was able to really just jump on a bicycle and just fucking be relaxed and stare at the world, listen to some music, seeing other people that's on bikes. I mean, most people, I really think everybody in life need a hobby. I really think this. Find you a hobby. I don't know what it is, but I'm talking about in your grown up years. Find you some type of hobby, something to do And it can be something that you kind of always wanted to do when you was younger. If you really think about it, you might just find joy in it. I mean, happiness and joy. I'm talking about flying a kite. Like, remember when you was younger, you just wanted to fly a kite, you just going to a big field. I remember we used to do stuff like that. Me and my brothers, we used to get a kite. Because I remember the store, they used to just sell kites. They don't even sell shit like that no more in no regular stores. I'm talking about the regular drugstore. Used to just sell kites. And we'd just get them joints and just go up to the middle school at the corner and just get in the big ass field and just run wild and let it fly, you know? I mean, it's just the energy of something. I mean, and I actually seen a couple of people doing that this summer. I don't know where they got theirs from. I don't know if you got to go online, but it's a culture for everything. And I'm just throwing out some suggestions. I don't know where you from or what city you from or what the weather may be or what's around you and where you listen and tuning in from. But just find you a hobby. Find something to get your mind off the regular day to day. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I found like joy in just riding a bike. It was just as simple as shit. And I was thinking to myself, like who would have just thought that though? Because I was calling myself just wanting to just ride around and just play some songs and shit. Because that's really what I be liking to do the most too. I like to just put a couple of hits in somebody's head as I just ride by too. That kind of like was a low key little thrill for me too. Just to be playing a smooth ass song that somebody probably ain't even heard in years. And you know, just the energy and smile on people's faces, you know, just being in your own world, you know, that's grown up shit, you know, that's that knowing yourself and being in tune type shit. And people can find it attractive actually, you know, because I ain't gonna say you don't need them. I mean, you always need somebody, but when you in your own world, it's kind of a turn on to some people because they're like, damn, you know, he finding happiness or she finding happiness and doing yarn, you know, like that's what she's into. I mean, somebody can find that attractive because you found you a niche. I do poetry, spoken word. People look at like, okay, he found him a niche. He found something to do that can make him happy outside of the regular norm. You know, that's why you have motorcycle clubs or car clubs or, like I say, there's bike clubs, all that. Like people ride the whole city about 60 bikes deep, just riding around or exercising, you know, groups, book reading clubs, you know, all these things. Or people have baseball leagues in the summer. I even ran across a couple of them in the summer. I mean, these things you might have to pay for to get the pad or sign up for a league, but these are things that are fairly not too expensive, but it still can bring you some type of joy and happiness and, you know, just something, man. Get you a hobby, get you something to do, just get off your ass and quit doing the same regular shit, you know? How many times do you want to just keep drinking and sitting around and watching everybody else succeed and just talking about TV? Where's your energy at? Where's your do wheel at? Where's your, you know, it's never too late to find these moments inside of you. You know, that's what I want to carry on to the ones who is taking the message, you know? I mean, quit always trying to find your happiness in somebody else and in their approval or in what they into or what they like. Where's your happiness at? How long is it going to take you to find that? Or did you find that already? You know? But when you do get that bread up, when you do get that cake up, you know, you expand your travel, you expand your bike. I probably want a better bike. I probably want to trick the bike, do something different, you know, because you able to enhance it and advance it. So that's where the game comes from. I mean, take me back. Take me back. You don't want to live in the past, but take me back. You can revert to your simplest things and inside of you as a mature adult. You can find that simple happiness within that kid inside of you by going up to the arcade spot of going go-kart racing. I mean, like I remember me and twins did that like maybe a couple of weeks ago. We just went bowl, going bowling. I mean, it's the simplest things. It revert you back, but they still have video games up in there. You know what I'm saying? My kids, they not kids, but they young adults, but they still found happiness just by being in a room with video games and we bowling and we just in there just playing around, even though we all grown. Matter of fact, everybody in there is I don't say everybody in there. It was kind of fairly late. It was after 8 o'clock. There wasn't too many kids in there, but it still was just those adult hours that's in there, playing video games and bowling and, just reverting back to their childhood just a little bit, just for that one little second of a hobby. Like even when people be skating. I mean, I don't know how to skate. I don't fuck around. I don't be skating. What's funny, I used to always take my kids skating too on the weekend, but I used to sit on the sideline and I just be sitting there looking around and shit, and trying to encourage them after they fall and all that. But I don't even getting out there though. I don't play them games. I only play them games as far as going to Cedar Point and all that shit either. Get on them rides and all that. I don't do that shit. I got me fucked up. I only get on them rides and shit. I remember a couple of times, then the kids went out there and we out at Cedar Point. I kind of got tricked into going to a ride. You ever get tricked to going on one of them rides? Look, I'm gonna kick the game to y'all how this happened. So we at Cedar Point, right? We walking around and whatnot, just kicking it, fairly trying to find the next activity to do or what ride to get on and whatnot. So, the twins, they point out one, like boom, so they agree on something, I'm looking at it. But mind you, the way I'm seeing it, I'm not knowing this at the time. But we walking by it, I see the movement, the ride is moving, but it ain't too much. I mean, it's stuff attached to it, but I'm not knowing how far and how wide the whole ride goes during the whole ordeal of it. I just see it from the angle that I see it. And like I say, it's moving. But little did I know, it's the fucking end of the ride. But I find this out later. Cause I'm like, okay, I ain't about to be no punk, these, I ain't about to be no, this daddy, they don't want my kids that they like to get on this one. Like, I gotta at least get on 2 or 3 of them. So, a couple of them. So we get some on this one. Matter of fact, it was a Gemini. That's what it was called, a Gemini. Cause I remember it was wood. So we get on the Gemini, right? We get on there, I'm buckled in. I'm thinking, because my daughter's sitting right next to me, too. They strapping us both in, because, we side by side. Put the little bar across us. So I'm looking like, because like I say, mind you, when I'm walking up to it, I'm not doing everything the ride going to do, because I see it moving. It's moving fairly fast. But like I said, I didn't know it was the end of the ride. So I get on the joint. Man, this shit started doing all types of turns and going a couple. Now, I wasn't super crazy like a Magnum or nothing, because I do remember the Magnum. That was that big red joint. It used to go way up in the air. But anyway, I'm on the ride. I got to hold it in and try to keep my composure. I'm spooked. I'm like, I'm like, okay, we're going to get through this. I'm already going here. My daughter, she they got her hands up in the air. You know how kids is. They, like I say, when they're younger, they mind is on whatever, and just the fun, like this is happiness to them. But and like I say, it's reverting back to me, of course, as far as my childhood, because I'm on the ride with her. But it could be just as simple as things that can just bring you joy and this happiness. So I ain't gonna say she ain't got nothing to lose, but she just into it. She in for the thrill, she's screaming, hands, and I'm holding on tight. I'm holding on tight as fuck to that joint, to that bar. She don't even know. So we get off the joint. It is what it is. But just think about stuff like that. The littlest things can just bring you happiness. Happiness don't cost that much. Just think about all the pressures that we did in putting on ourselves and in life as we got older. That's why I be trying to tell young adults, my twin, like enjoy your childhood, even though y'all 19, but still like hold on to some of that because it's gonna fly by so fast. The years is crazy. You think about school dances, shit like that. What my man saying the wood, nigga, miss them motherfucking dances. I mean, that was classic. I love the wood too, by the way. I don't know how many people out did it. Caught that joint, and that's one of the funniest movies ever. I mean, in my opinion, because it take you back to your childhood. It take you back to school dances, meeting girls, getting phone numbers, who's going to call you, what you're going to wear to school tomorrow, who like you, the music, the hairdos, everything attached to just the culture of growing up, you know. And the crazy thing, they gonna do all this shit over again. But like I said before, all these things that's going on today for these youngins, this is gonna be their childhood. This is gonna be their moments of happiness, I guess. You know, I can't fault them. This is what they live in. They're gonna talk about when the internet first came. They're gonna be laughing about when social media came through and everybody was able to communicate. This is their soundtrack. You know, this is their years. This is their moment. But happiness don't cost a thing. It don't cost much. Again, when you revert back to just the pureness of just fun initially, it don't cost much. Find your hobbies, find your truth, find who you are, and you're gonna expand on that. And another thing that's also about this, if you want to add on another layer, no matter of fact, put some extra topics on it. I kind of noticed that kind of in my my latest little slang word. I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna carry that one for a little while. I'm gonna keep saying that one. If you want to put some extra topics on it, I tell you this much too. You will find your maybe you'll probably find your soulmate, your truest love. I mean, all that by doing your hobby or whatever it is that you into, that'll probably bring the person in your life that's, because more than likely, think about it, y'all will probably have some type of common ground. Not even if you don't meet them at the place. Okay, say if you love skating. Okay, say if you went to skating or flying kites or whatever it is. Well, let's just say skating. You're a female, you like skating, and you do it every weekend. It don't even have to necessarily be that you meet the love of your life at the skating rink. You might stop at the gas station or something on your way going to the skating rink that day. Or you might be then stopped at the hobby shop to buy you some new skates and bring it to the person that you connected with on some type of level. Now I ain't saying that everything you do, you gotta meet somebody. I'm not saying that. But the amongst of walking in your path and doing your hobbies and being a part of your happiness, it can be people that may come across your life doing that same path that was brought into your life for a reason. And that's when you catch up with them. You be like, damn, I met you. Like, I already love skating. And I met your daddy on my way to go skating one weekend or something. You know, you might be able to sit up in the rocking chair and have that story because you was walking in your path doing something you loved, and that's maybe where the love of your life popped up at. I mean, you never know. I mean, all that shit don't mix. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm saying, whatever you do, that don't mean you gotta meet and be with somebody with everything that you do. But it's possible. It's just possible. And again, happiness costs nothing. I mean, I'm talking about straight up happiness. It don't cost much. It could be fucking ice cream that's you into. And I don't want to fat shame because I ain't about to definitely not about to do that on my channel. But you know, people who find comfort in food and all that. Even though food, that shit costs money. That shit ain't cheap. And definitely not no more shit. You go to the damn grocery store, all that shit is costly. Right. Now time, I ain't gonna talk about 9 times. Nowadays, shit, especially with just you, shit, sometimes you be better off just I ain't gonna say better off because it's all bullshit. But sometimes you can save more going out to eat. You know what I'm saying? If it's just you and you a nice meal at some places, some places. But all that shit do add up though. Maybe that's just me because sometimes I don't. It's like it's just me. I don't cook and go crazy. I don't do all that shit. Sometimes people come over here, my fridge be on flatline. You know what I'm saying? I know people probably be laughing at me. I think we have shit in the fridge. My shit be like that sometimes because it's just me. I live by myself, so sometimes I can just get by just, even though I shouldn't be eating bullshit all the time, but sometimes I can get by grabbing a meal here for $11. You know what I'm saying? Or this, or buying a couple of things from the grocery store that might last a couple of days, like I said, because it's just me. But anyway, that's here nor there though. But some people do find happiness in the simplest things like ice cream or food, or on a sunny day sitting in the park. Think how many people who grown now who revert back to having picnics and shit. You know, that's like first date shit nowadays. That don't cost you nothing. That don't cost you much. That's why I be laughing at some of these dudes. They be thinking, okay, let me buy this girl a couple of drinks at the bar. She don't even fucking know you. You know what I'm saying? You, I mean, I understand the gesture. You trying to be cool, but man, do all that shit the second date or third date or something. I mean, I ain't saying like be on no bullshit, but you just walking up to people you don't even know and just buying drinks, and you thinking you about to just go crazy, like she about to just be head over heels for you because you can sit next to her and bought her a drink. You can spilt your whole life out. Meanwhile, she getting juiced up to go call me or something, you know, or call somebody that you know that she really into or whatever. Like she don't know you. But let me get to the point I was talking about. It's like this, you see people always talk about, okay, let's go on a picnic, let's go to the park. Then especially like here, I say like in Detroit, a real popular thing to do is go to the river walk or something like that. And like I say, when I used to ride my bike, I used to see plenty of people just out on dates doing the simplest things. They might just be sitting to the side, just talking, you know, people watching the world, looking at the water. I used to see plenty of beautiful couples. I used to be like, okay, damn, this is the simplest thing. It don't cost much, you know, for happiness. Now, I ain't saying just run around and be on some super cheap ass shit. You know, you can find those moments too, and some people be that way. I ain't saying that, but I'm saying it's kind of like how life, as you get older, you can revert back and find happiness in the simplest things once you really know or find that one thing. Like I kind of found that in poetry and writing, like this writing poetry and poems. Like who would have thought that, you know? Even though I used to do it as a kid, I used to do it so much. And then when I got good at it, start performing and stuff like that and getting into it, now you can find happiness in it because you pushing out words and emotions and motivation. Like even with the motivation in these videos, the more I be sitting up and really sitting here talking to y'all, the shit get more and more interested and more loving, you know, because the idea, I'm like, okay, damn. And not to mention when you get feedback, you be like, damn, I'm really touching people that I don't know through words and through this outlet of YouTube and all that, you know. You never know how people can grasp onto something, but once you find a love, I mean, it might be a hobby, but it's still a business, don't get me wrong. But all that aside though, once you find a love for something, it kind of just reverted back. Like I said, it reverted back to the childhood of writing poetry. It's exciting, you know, to put words together and stuff like that and get a point across. Not only is it powerful, but when you find joy in it and happiness, I mean, that's what you call your purpose. That's what you want. That's what you live for. I mean, most can't find that. So hold on to that. I mean, whatever's inside you, find that inside you and hold on to that and revert it back, you know, to the happiness of it. Why you think so many artists come into the music game and sign the bullshit and confidence? Because they come in off the thrill and notion of the happiness that they remember or that they know. They think about how they used to be in the talent shows and on the way up and having fun and in school and getting dressed and getting together with their friends and singing songs and making songs and creating. But then when they get in the game, when they see it's a business, they'll find a way not to love it no more like they used to because it's not the same. I mean, everybody got a dream. Everybody has something that they into. Everybody have a forte of something. I mean, whether you push it out or not, but it's something in you that you want to do. But just think how that kid used to break dance or whatever, or wanted to be a dancer. You wanted to be on Soul Train. You know, it's people they'll sit up and dance in front of the fucking TV and pretend they was on it. You know? So everybody had something that they wanted that they was kicking up out of them. But then when it gets serious and they get grown and turn into a business, they'll try to revert back to when it was happy. That's the only thing that's going to keep pushing you when you find the happiness in it. I mean, even in relationships, it's people that be headed for divorce and all that stuff. But the only thing that's going to keep them in a relationship is when they revert back to the times it was happy. That's the only thing that's going to keep them there. Because once it's fucked up and over, they really been checked out mentally. But you're going to keep trying to check in for the happiness to stay in it. You understand what I'm saying? So happiness is really a powerful tool because it's something that you're gonna always search for in your mind. You can revert it to like it being a thrill that you're chasing. I mean, if you want to look at it that way and turn it to some bullshit, but it's more like it's something that it can be pure if you can find yourself there. I mean, like right now, on the top of my head, I got a Stevie Wonder song in mind real quick that just came to me as I'm saying this. You can look this song up too, actually. It's a song he got called, I'm looking at it. Treat Myself. He got a song called Treat Myself. Look this song up when you get a chance. It's a Stevie Wonder song called Treat Myself. And it's a powerful song. You know, got a nice little friendly beat, shit like that. But the lyrics of the song, he's basically just talking about in his mind, he can go to any happy space or anything. And, like some of the lyrics, he'll say something like, it's amazing how the mind can take you where you want to. Like it can take you to any place that you'll want to stay forever, build an everlasting treasure forever. Like those are some of the lyrics of the song. But the whole song is on the ordeal of you can use your mind to treat yourself to happiness. But let that song go when you get a chance. It's powerful shit. Y'all know, people that know me. Y'all kind of been learning me through this channel too, but I'm a real Stevie Wonder. Hey, I fuck with Stevie the long way. That's my dog there. I fucks with Stevie. So anyway, he got a song called Treat Myself. So let that song go when you get a chance. But anyway, I said I was gonna get into poems, but I've been talking shit. I ain't even said a poem yet. I'm gonna do this poem called 80s Baby. Since we talking about the old school shit like that and going back and being taken back. Treat yourself to that. I'm getting to this one real quick. See if you can dig it. Listen to me. Remember Saturday mornings we used to watch cartoons, eating cereal, arguing over the channels. My favorite was Looney Tunes, Schoolhouse Rock. We stopped so mama wouldn't complain. 12 at noon is a family meeting as we gather around the TV to watch Soul Train. Learn the latest moves. Then it's time to slide. Lotion up my legs, pull up my socks. I hear my friends outside. Neighborhood crush. Blush as she played double dutch. Circle around the blocks one more time on our bikes. Hope they notice to talk to us. Or stand there froze. You see, pose like I'm cool is a must. Young without no money, but we still yelled out ho for the ice cream truck. Friends together. We walk to the park in bunches, getting cussed out by old ladies because we walking on their grass with our summertime free lunches. Walk past the drinks, bobbing and weaving through the reefer, hoping my family don't ask me to dance again because they sitting on the porch with the house stereo speaker. Loving my childhood. But why do we want to be grown? A whole lifetime can happen one day in the ghetto before the street lights came on. A Saturday I conquered. A Saturday I feared. Life as an 80s baby. These kids have no idea. Rap talk. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hear some music outside. I don't want that shit to end up in this video. Somebody outside banging some music. I don't want it to sneak in through my video. I know it ain't that loud, but I don't know, this YouTube shit, this should be picking up some of everything. Next thing I know, they trying to hit your boy with a CR, We ain't even about to go out like that though, but I definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. The channel picking up, everything picking up. All we gonna do is keep on working, man. Like I say, I do this shit for free, man. Talk this shit. This shit is fun, and it is what it is. For the 5 people that watch this video, these lives, that's what I really want to pick up at these lives. All that shit indeed, but that's all in due time, though, man. Just stay consistent on whatever you do. Whatever you got you working on, too, man. Do that shit. He or she, whoever tuned in, listening, keep working, keep pushing, build that shit from the ground up. Don't let nobody tell you shit can't pop. Don't let nobody stir you from your dream. Don't let nobody get you off your square. Don't let nobody tell you it's too late. Don't let nobody tell you it's the wrong time. None of that bullshit. Keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. Your time gonna come. Get in the game. Quit sitting on the sideline and watching everybody else play. Get your ass in the game and make some mistakes. Make some fuck ups. Learn for some shit. Take a loss. Take a win. Do something. Get off your ass. Man, quit playing games, man. I get with y'all in a minute, man. For real, for real. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Happiness costs nothing. Ghetto poetry. Motivational speech. Man, rap talk. Get with y'all in a minute. Enjoy y'all evening.